Welcome in, everybody. Happy Friday night, you guys. I hope you are jamming to these dope vibes that you are hearing right now. This is a song called Just For Me by Sophia Cruz. So good. Jams, vibes, all of that. Make sure you add it to your playlist. Happy Friday. Welcome to Music Forward Open Mic Fridays. Look, it's Friday night. Outside is opening back up. You could be anywhere in the world, but you are here with us. And we are so happy and excited to have you. You're in the right place, though, because it is going down tonight. My name is Lydia Caesar, and I'm going to be your host. So kick back, relax. I'm going to make it real comfortable, cool, and fun for you guys. And these artists are really about to kill it. So if you have the link to this, which you do because you hear, send it out to somebody right now. Invite people in. Send the link, blast it out, text your friends, email somebody, tell them this is where they need to be, because Music Forward Open Mic Fridays is always a lituation, and tonight will be no different. All right, you guys. I hope you love that music. We're about to get started. Welcome to Music Forward's Open Mic Fridays. I'm Lydia Caesar, once again, your hostess with the mostest. I'm excited about the young talent that we have here tonight. They're getting ready to perform right here on Twitch just for you. So thank you so much once again for being here. And please, please, please subscribe to Music Forward on Twitch so that you never miss out. First, let me explain a little bit about Music Forward to you guys. It is a national nonprofit that connects young people from our communities directly to the music industry to transform young lives, inspire careers, and champion a more inclusive industry. The industry can be a really scary place. I'm an artist myself, and so I wish that I had something like Music Forward when I was just starting out, because, it's like the bridge. You're the artist. This is the industry. It's hard to get there sometimes. So Music Forward does just that for us. What exactly is Open Mic Fridays? It is a performance showcase, right? It's right here, virtual on Twitch. And it's where young artists get to showcase their talent, and they get to gain exposure and get live feedback directly from industry experts with successful careers in music. This is so important because in this industry, there's a lot of people telling you what to do, and they haven't done it. So it's like, how do you really know? Not here at Open Mic Fridays. We have industry guests who have done it all. You'll see soon. And they're going to be the people giving feedback directly to these amazing artists. So tonight is extra special because we have invited back our industry picks. Okay. These artists were selected over the past 5 open mics by our industry guests. They were picked by like the creme de la creme, based on who they felt showed the most promise. So you already know we're in for a treat. It is so much talent going to hit this stage tonight. Each artist will also get an Apple gift card. And the artist selected by our industry guests tonight will also walk home with a pair of Apple Beats headphones. Fire. So make sure that you check out our Instagram page at Music Forward on Monday to find out who was selected. And throughout the night, I'll let you know how you at home can push, put a little nudge on the artist that you came here to support. Before we get started with the performances, you guys, I want us to meet our amazing industry guests. Industry guests, please turn on your cameras. Hi, Aura.
Hi.
Hey, Rock. What's up, you guys? Okay, listen, I'm going to tell the audience a little bit about you guys. Aura Harewood. She is the Vice President of Urban Marketing at Interscope Records, where she handles marketing strategy for artists such as Summer Walker, Moneybagg Yo, Ray Shremmerd, Shanisha, Tara Wack, and more. Some heavy hitters. Previously, Aura has held digital marketing positions with Interscope, Warner Brothers Records, Rock Nation, and Epic Records before officially getting into the music industry. Aura made a name for herself as a blogger and web publisher by interviewing public figures and covering events in New York City. And she even interviewed me one time. What's up, girl?
Hi.
Welcome to Open Mic Fridays.
Thanks for having me. Happy Friday.
We are honored to have you. So I want to ask you a question.
Uh-oh.
No, don't be nervous, because I see like your resume is really super impressive, and this is such a male-dominated industry, especially on like the business side. There's just so many men in these top positions. What advice would you give to that young girl who wants to be an executive in such an industry, an industry that it's not necessarily the easiest thing to do as a woman?
Well, first and foremost, I think we as women have to recognize that a lot of the artists that are being marketed, we're trying to cater to women, right? So use that, I use that to my full advantage. I always have an opinion. I'm not afraid to share my opinion. Yes. Don't be afraid to speak up, and always trust your gut, and you'll be fine.
Love it. Perfect. Simply put, that's perfect. Thank you. Okay, let's move on to our next industry guest, J Rock. Hey, J Rock, thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Hey.
All right, y'all.
Thank you.
Listen to this. Jerome J Rock the Ghost Harmon is the hit-making producer behind a diversity of artists, such as Michael Jackson. And we could stop there. Look. We could stop there, but I'm going to keep going. Michael Jackson, Justin Timberlake, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Chris Cornell, Chris Brown, Shakira, and Ashley Simpson. Y'all, he has worked with legends, a staggering number of other artists also. J-Rock's numerous Grammy and BMI awards demonstrate his status as an A-list producer, a hit maker, helping his artists sell over 11 million albums and 17 million singles in the United States alone. J-Rock,
what's up?
We're honored to have you. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Look at his wall, y'all. Look at his wall. He got plaques on the wall. You know what I'm saying? It's light flex. We love to see it.
A little something.
A little something. So my question for you, it's the obvious. Like what was it like producing for the King of Pop?
It was an outer body experience at first, because, I'm in the studio with nothing but his vocals only. So, sometimes in between takes, it might be a little talk back. You might hear something and it is just, right?
Goosebumps right now, just thinking about hearing Michael Jackson bring that back one more time for me. Right. I might just lose my mind.
It was a little startling at first. I was like, oh, wait a minute.
That's so dope. That's so dope. Amazing.
It was
Well, congratulations on all your success. We're so happy to have you with us tonight. These artists are very blessed to have both you and Aura with us. So we will be talking soon again. I'm going to ask you all to turn your cameras off, and I'll call you back on in a few. Thanks, guys. You guys, these industry guests are amazing. All right, let's get this show started. But first, I want to remind you that the chat is open tonight, okay? So if you're signed into your Twitch account, and if you're not, sign in so that you can, comment and support these artists. Words of encouragement will sometimes be just what you need to help you keep going. So please shower these artists with love as the night goes on. Coming to the virtual stage, we have our very first performer, Hannah Abraham. Hannah Abraham is a 21-year-old singer-songwriter and producer based in Los Angeles, whose vocals you may recognize from Ula's 7 million streams hit Futon, MTV's Siesta Key, NBC's Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and Pentatonic's Choir at the Hollywood Bowl. She takes pride in her ethnicity, in her ethnically diverse background, blending her Egyptian culture to present a brand new sound. As a quickly rising artist, Hannah is a visionary in the R&B neo-soul scene, transporting her listeners to ethereal dreamscapes with introspective lyrics. Her music stands out as she strives to use her voice to offer different perspectives and discuss the important, inconvenient truths that many cannot see or feel uncomfortable talking about, such as mental health, sexual assault, and racism. So necessary. Still, Hannah's songs easily hypnotize and permeate through a wide audience as they are wrapped in a melodious package disguised by passionate vocals and infectious musical. Hannah, come on in with that fire bio.
Hello, Miss Lydia. How are you?
I am good. And look at you creating the vibes already.
We're setting up the stage. We got our little tapestry in the back. Just
Yes.
out this Friday night.
Super awesome. And you have Sarah with you on harp tonight, right?
Sarah on harp tonight.
So did you write your bio?
I did write my bio, as well as all my music and everything.
It is so well written. It's so poetic. It really does embody you as an artist because you're just, you're so poetic and colorful and beautiful. So tell the audience a little bit about what you're going to be performing today.
Absolutely. So I'm singing a song that I wrote called Obsession. And as an artist, I try to make sure that my music will relate to other people who feel like they're going through things alone. So I wrote this song when I first started dating this guy, and I felt like I was really in love with him, but I was just thinking about him all the time, and I thought that I was literally going crazy. Like, I thought I was obsessed. And as silly as that sounds, we've all been there, you know what I mean? And it's like, it just drives you crazy. So I wrote this song called Obsession, and I hope that anyone else listening can relate.
Love it. Note to the creators out there, writing songs when you're like in the infatuation stage is a major yes, do it. It's when you're like super inspired. I've gotten some of my best records that way. So I'm so excited to hear this song. I know the audience is as well. So without further ado, Hannah Abraham.
You gotta find other options, girl, 'cause you've been sitting on YouTube the minute that you walking out the door. Yeah, baby, having withdrawals and can't seem to find other ways to cope. Like nearly breaking my finger bend, trying to lift my head out of the sinking bed. 'Cause TikTok ain't a personality trait, but without it I'm wondering, is this love? Is this love? Is this love? Is this love? Or is it obsession? No. Why you so sad, girl? Acting like you won't see him in the morning. Should I make him coffee? Plotting how to make him stay 5 more. Let me throw my apron on and make him a piece. Do something like it's what you want, but really you just wanna feel wanted. Hell, wanna feel wanted. Stop giving your body for validation. It's manipulation. Girl, you're going crazy. Is this love? 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 Or is it obsession? No, it's no more. It's no more. It's no more. It's no more. Oh, it's obsession. No, go and get a work, girl. Your life it don't revolve around. I'm trying to form opinions like a bandwagon, but like, what does he think? Or what does he want? What does he think? Or what does he want? What do you care? What do you want? Why do you care? What do you want? Gotta make your own choice.
Gorgeous.
Thank
Sing,
you.
Anna. You better sing. And I love the fusion of Spanish in there as well. So dope. All right,
Thank
let's
you.
hear what the industry guests have to say. Industry guests, come on in. All right,
Hi.
welcome,
Nice to meet you
Aura.
guys.
So Aura,
Nice to meet you.
give Hannah some feedback. Let her know what you thought.
Hannah, I really like the way that you started out. You kind of immediately kind of told us what you're about just by, the little sound bath thing. You showed us your vibe. You got the mandala in the background. So immediately, we kind of knew kind of your aesthetic, and that kind of separated you from a lot of other people. I thought you were confident. I love the fact that you were moving. You weren't just like standing in place. That's really important. A lot of people pay for movement coaches and things of that nature to try to gain that. And I also think that the hook was, I wrote all this down. I also thought that the hook was pretty catchy and something that I would remember. Kudos. And I like the harp player too in the background.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you.
Definitely makes it extra memorable. Most people don't do that.
Yeah. In a non-COVID world, we'd be all here in a concert and I would have the audience singing along the chorus with me, but
yeah, for sure. I see it. I can see the vibes. All right, J-Rock.
Oh, very good. I like the performance. I like that even though we're on the Zoom, you kept us engaged. Like you were performing like you were performing in front of a crowd of 10,000. So I do appreciate that. I do like the combination of you and the harp. I think that's very unique to show, because I'm a musician, not just a beat maker. So I appreciate when there's really musicality and it's done in a unique way. I love, the fact that your song was direct. It wasn't too complex. I got the message right away.
Yes.
And the bridge. Who wrote that bridge? Like the bridge was dope. Like, man, like I really like that bridge. Yeah.
Thank you so
Very
much.
impressive.
Yeah, I wrote it all and I produced the little track you heard in the background and everything.
Nice.
So that means a lot. Thank you.
No, I appreciate the musicality in that. It was very, I liked the way you came in a direction. I see that you could be you're easy to work with. I mean, because like you said, you already set the vibe up, so.
It's gonna be good vibes in this.
Yeah, good vibes.
Namaste. No,
So
I
very
love
impressed.
that. Super dope. Yeah, great. Hannah, you should be super proud of yourself. That's really great feedback from some big
Thank
heavy
you so much. I really appreciate it. Would love to stay in touch and get any critiques or advice that you may have. But thank you so much for having me here today, and it was great to meet you guys.
Super girl, awesome. We are so happy to have you. Listen, if you were watching and you came to see Hannah, I need you to go to our Instagram page at Music Forward and comment under our latest post and tag her. If you want to see her as the industry pick, tag her, blow up our Instagram page and let her see all of the love. Thanks so much, Hannah, again. And you may now turn off your camera. All right, industry guests, it's time for me to pick you guys' brains. My first question is going to be for you, J-Rock.
Okay.
All right. So you have been a part of so many records that have had cultural impact, from Beyonce to Justin Timberlake. What would you say is the secret sauce to crafting a hit record? Is there a sauce? Is there a formula? If there is, give us the tea, please.
I wish there was a formula. We have it every year. Like
right. They'd be hit every time.
Man, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I feel you.
Really, the secret is really being confident within yourself that what you have to offer, the world will accept. How do you transfer with every different being in the world? How can they feel you? How can you transfer your message to them, your appeal? So you have to have confidence.
Man,
like if you don't have confidence, then you shouldn't be in this industry, because as we know, artists come out every 2 minutes now.
Right.
Everybody's an artist. So how do you rise above the, get to the cream of the crop? It's like you have to be, these days you have to be super confident, in order to stand out. So that would be my advice. You have to be real confident in what you believe and who you are as an artist.
Love that. I love that. And that's a word, man. That's a word artists need to hear, because it can be intimidating. So to hear somebody of your status say confidence is key is a real message that I hope that all of our artists on tonight and anyone in the audience who's an artist is listening. Make sure pop your collar every now and then. Being humble is cool, but sometimes you need to talk your talk that talk in the studio so that it resonates. I love that. All right. Thank you so much, J-Rock. Aura, next, we're going to ask you a question, all right? So you two may both turn off your cameras. All right. Coming to the virtual stage is Maddie Cadell. Maddie, come on in. Maddie is a 19-year-old LA-based indie pop artist. Her first EP is expected later this year. Hi, Maddie.
Hi.
Welcome back. I'm excited to hear you tonight. You're so talented.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you for having me back. It's great to be here.
Yes, ma'am. So tell us a little bit about this EP. You're working on the EP.
Yes.
Right? So tell us about, what's your process like? What's gone into it? Tell us a little bit about what we can expect.
So it's called Teenage Snapshots, because I started writing songs when I was 16, and I'm 19 now, so, my teenage years are coming to a close, and actually one of the songs on there is, like, one of the first songs I ever wrote, and so it's just kind of a real chronicling of the late teenage experience, and just all the emotional ups and downs and kind of personal growth that happens during that time.
Ooh, I love that. And I love that you took from 16 to 19 and that you have one of your first songs on there. Like, I love that it's like that whole time span. I think that's really smart that you were able to just cultivate your talent a little more and work out the kinks. And now you're ready to put something out. That's super dope. So what are you singing tonight?
I'm singing a song that has actually never been heard before.
Exclusive.
It's called Girl in Your Movie. And it's about how the manic pixie dream girl romantic stereotype that a lot of kids in my generation grew up with kind of messed us all up romantically. So we all play into these tropes when we all recognize that they're unhealthy anyway.
Oh, dope. Love the concept. I'm sure the song's going to be amazing, and I can't wait to hear. So without further ado, Maddie Cadell.
Thank you. I could be your perfect teenage dream, even though you're 23. Would you maybe fall in love with me? If I was cast as your romantic lead, I'd play
Girl, let me tell you, you can write a song, okay? That pen is on fire. Love, love, love. All right, let's hear what our industry guests have to say. Come on in. Aura, welcome, welcome. J-Rock. Let's start with you this time, J-Rock. Give Maddie some feedback on her performance.
Oh, I feel like a teenage boy just then. Thank you.
Right, like she took you somewhere.
Yeah, she took me somewhere, like definitely. I really like that. I wish I'm such, a musician, a fan of punk and rock and all that, I would have took that song right there. And I'm fine. I'd have sped it up. I'd have really made it punk, I really like it though. I really like you said, the lyrics really hit, resonates and it hit home. And I like the message. You have a beautiful voice.
Thank you.
I like that the guitar's slightly out of tune because that's punk, Can't be all in tune,
Gotta be just a little bit
A little
off.
messy, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So you embody that whole texture, that whole feel, So I would love, hey, we can get in the studio and we can make punk music all day. But
actually, the demo that I have is super. It's way punked up with the drums and the bass, especially.
Oh, really? Okay.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it. Yes.
So you heard that. You picked up right on that, J-Rock.
Oh, yeah.
I love
I grew up in a studio full of just punk rock musicians, so I already know.
All right, Aura.
Thank you.
Hi, Maddie. I actually usually look at things from a marketing standpoint, and I like the fact that you guys introduced Maddie and mentioned the name of the EP before you started performing, because Teenage Snapchat, I think that's a great title. And I immediately I'm like, ooh, what are we about to hear on this EP, even though I haven't heard it yet, you know what I mean? And also I liked the way that you kind of had emotion when you were performing. Like it was kind of like a little bit, I mean, this might be a long shot, but Atlantis a little bit. It kind of reminded me of Atlantis, you know what I mean? Because the reason why I like Atlantis is because she's angry. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? And I felt like your face, I was looking at your face while you were performing, and you really I felt like you were telling me a story. And I would love to hear some of the other themes on the project that you're working on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing. That's so great. Maddie, amazing performance. We're so happy to have you. If you were in the audience and you came to see Maddie, listen, you know the drill. Head over to Instagram, comment under our last post, tag her, show her so much support. Let our industry guests know who you think should take home the Beats headphones and, the Music Forward open mic crown. All right. Thank you so much, Maddie.
Thank you.
You may now turn off your camera. All right, industry guests, it's time to do a little brain picking. This time I'm going to ask you, Aura, what are some creative ways that artists can showcase their personal brand through their social media? Social media is like so important these days. How should we as artists be using our social media?
I think every artist is different. You know what I mean? Usually if I work with an artist, I love to meet them first and see what they're about outside of the music, because it helps us to tell a story and create a narrative. And it also helps fans engage with their personalities outside of music. Like, for example, I work with one artist who is really into like cooking, you know what I mean? And that might give them opportunities to channel their talents in other ways to make people look at their music. I really think that you guys, for those that aren't using Instagram Reels, I've noticed that Instagram usually kind of promotes Reels as opposed to some of the other content, you know what I mean? So you might get, a little bit more exposure on some of your content. If you're posting covers or if you're posting performances, try to upload a snippet to Reels in addition to a TikTok or something like that. And also a little bit, a tidbit in a meeting that I had recently, like a lot of our brand team, they say that a lot of brands are now looking at artists' TikTok accounts as opposed to their Instagram accounts, because there's a lot of engagement on there. So for those that aren't using TikTok, that don't necessarily get it, that might be something that you want to look into. So really, I would say all in all, outside of the music, try to also incorporate some of the content that you're into outside of music, such as, find out what makes you stand out you know, some of your hobbies so that people can fall in love with you and your personality and your brand outside of just the music content.
That's huge. I love that you said that. I think it's super important to, like, for people to like you, you know, for who you are, your honest, authentic self. It'll be, and then, you know, if you have good music, it's just like icing on the cake because they already like you. So that's great. I hope you guys are taking notes, because even though I'm hosting and I've been in the game for a minute, I be taking notes on these. I'd be like, look, I'm about to get some information. Look, J-Rock is like, me too. You know, you can always learn. So we are so appreciative of you guys sprinkling these gems on us. Thank you guys so much. We will be back in a minute to talk. You guys may both now turn off your cameras. This is amazing. I hope y'all are enjoying Ladies Night. These ladies are crushing it. The judges are dropping gems. You only get this at Music Forward Open Mic Friday. So make sure that you tell a friend to tell a friend. All right. We are about to welcome our next amazing artist. Her name is April Love. April Love is an up-and-coming artist born and raised in California. She is a recent graduate from UCLA, and she's now pursuing her passion in music. Go girl, you graduated from UCLA, that's popping. She's been singing her whole life and playing guitar since she was in the 6th grade. She's excited to make music that is intentional, love it, relatable, and real. April Love, come on in. Hello.
Thank you so much for the introduction. I appreciate it. And
ma'am,
I'm super excited to be performing with some amazing, dope women on here. Like, I'm blown away by everyone's performance already. So
all I did was read your bio, girl. Okay, that's all you, boo-boo, UCLA graduate. I love it. And I love that in your bio, you mentioned that you want to make music that's intentional, relatable. So tell us a little bit about what you mean by that.
Absolutely. Just what I value as a person and just what I love about people is when they can be their most genuine, authentic self. And so because that's something that I value just in my life, personally, is something that I want my music to reflect. And so when I say I want to make music that is genuine and intentional, it's just that I want to make music that's true to me and true to who I am. And being authentic and genuine, I can be relatable to people and maybe even share a part of their own story through my music. So that's what that means to me.
You know why I love that? Because you can always tell a fake, you know, like when somebody's faking, it's obvious. And it kind of makes you, the listener, uncomfortable. You know, if you like watching somebody on stage or something and it's just not, you can tell it's not genuine. It just makes everybody just feel kind of off. So I love that, because honesty is how you're going to win fans over, by just being who you are. So that's awesome. So tell us about the song you're going to be doing tonight.
Thank you. So the songs that I'm going to be performing tonight, one is called Lost Girl and one is called Beautiful. And both of them just kind of reflect what it feels like to feel lost with yourself, to not really know who you are, and going through pain and trauma and just looking at it from more of a beautiful perspective. So that's what I'll be performing tonight. I hope y'all vibe with it. And thank you so much again. I'm humbled to have this opportunity.
Yes, we get a little medley. I love it. All right, you guys, without further ado, Miss April Love.
Living in the days of dreams, I don't think I've ever woken up. Swimming in a trail of tears, will I ever have the strength to stop drowning myself away? It feels like I've been floating away, lost in outer space. I've lost my way.
my life story has manifested into the road less traveled. All my struggles and pain, heartache and heartbreak have turned into my breakthrough. My triumphs have been built up in the land of tragedy. And it just so happens to be that I'll fall short of perfect. And even though the pain is worth it, it's hard to stop myself from hurting. I'll try my best to find the message in the mess. And I guess I'm not lost. I guess I'm not hurting or just floating, but maybe I'm just trying. Something's taking over me. Don't think I believe in what I see. Why do all my fears gotta cross my mind? Memories faded, can we please rewind? Oh, what do you do when you're caught in a storm that makes you beautiful? And you don't know it'll make you grow till you lose your soul. What do you do when you're all caught up and you don't know where to go? Trying my best to keep the faith. I just gotta make it so I'm on my way. Trying not to lose my mind. Clock is ticking, running out of time. Oh, what do you do when you're caught in a storm that makes you beautiful? And you don't know it'll make you grow till you lose your soul. What do you do when you're all caught up and you don't know where to go?
What? You have an audience?
Yes.
Wait, I was like so taken back. Who are you performing in front of? That is so dope.
For my family, my manager and my team and my family.
Your whole team is there.
Yes.
That makes me so happy. Oh, that really was a beautiful performance. I love those lyrics, you know, about just a beautiful storm. I love that. It's important that we, you know, try to see the beauty in everything. I always try to see the God in everything, right? For me,
Amen.
for my personal, in my faith. Mm-hmm. But you know, that's such a relatable, you know, lyrics. Because it's important that we try to see the beauty in everything. And that let's talk about them vocals, sir. You better run. Who you running from, girl? Okay. Yeah. I love it. Let's call our industry judges in. Industry judges, you may turn on your cameras. Aura, welcome in. So give April some feedback. April Love.
April, you have a beautiful voice. And immediately when you came on camera, your energy is very like calming and soothing. I don't know you personally, but it seemed that way. And then when you
that thing.
and then when you started talking, I was like, hold on, why are you talking? Go back to singing, girl. Go back to singing. Yeah, but that was beautiful. You have a really nice voice.
Thank you so much.
So I have a question. I'm going to challenge you, Aura. What if she was your artist? What are some marketing like tips or like advice? Like what would you try to do for her? Just hearing her, introduce herself and like play that song.
I would. Oh, sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead, please.
I would actually make sure that she's performing everywhere possible. And also, she went to UCLA, so I would try to ingrain her in like the college market. Very early, work with college marketing agencies because, a lot of college students, they would love to have somebody that they can relate to. Yeah. You know what I mean? So if you could tell your story about, graduating or whatever, that's definitely where I would start.
Have you gone back to UCLA to perform or anything yet?
I haven't. I graduated 2020. So right when the pandemic hit is when I was done with school. So I haven't even, the school just opened, I believe. They're starting fall quarter. So, but I will be performing at some point back.
Yeah, that's a great.
So I'll be performing for them for sure.
Or that was really good. I think that's super smart. I think that would be an easy in. And you look, colleges have budgets too, right? So they have budgets for like artists to come back and stuff like that. So you may be able to get in with like a, like a school club or something like that, especially since you were there, and maybe set up a little like college tour. I think that's great advice. All right. Thank you so much, Aura. J Rock. Come on with it, J Rock.
Hey. Hi, April. How are you?
Hi, I'm well. Thank you.
Beautiful performance. Beautiful. I agree. You have a soothing voice. Like I would, if you send me that song, I'll play that at night so I can get some sleep because it's just so soothing and calming and relaxing, and that's really, it resonates, with people who maybe had a little turbulence during that day, that song. But my suggestion would be, and I know you may be a new writer, and maybe, hey, let's give it up for the ladies with the instruments tonight, though.
Right.
Like, come on.
They're playing and singing at the same time. They kill it.
I'm so excited about that. Like, people are really coming organic and authentic, and I'm really loving that. You're not coming here with, you already made, 2-track, and you're trying to sing over a bunch of 808s and stuff like that. Like, right. I'm so happy that people can really show that they really can perform under all the bells and whistles that comes with the Pro Tools and the Fruity Loops, that you really know how to break it down and perform. Like, you don't need any other thing, enhancing you or help you go along with your performance. It's just you and the guitar. So I'm really very impressed. My thing was just to, make sure that you keep your artists engaged. It makes sense. I was like, it sounded like it was almost 2 songs in one. When you had to talk to me, it was, right? Okay.
It was.
Yeah, okay. So I was like, oh, okay. So you do have an audience back there. So that makes sense. I was going to say, as a writer, to make sure that, when you get with a producer or with, somebody who helps you write, that, you make sure that you know how to, arrange your songs, so you won't have like lulls in between it. But now I see that you had an audience there. That would just be my only suggestion. Just, arrangements. That's it. Okay. Everything else was good.
It's a really, these are our industry picks tonight. And so just the fact that all the picks, I'm just noticing, J-Rock, you called me to pay attention to this. They all have live instrumentation, every single art industry pick. Yes, so that really, says a lot. Yes, for everybody watching. And if you're an artist, live instrumentation is super important. People want to see the raw and the real. And if you can perform, like J-Rock said, to just a guitar and sound good, that says a lot. I wondered if you heard this too, J-Rock, like some of her runs give me like Beyonce a little bit. Like the runs, right? The way your voice pulls when you run gives me like, is Beyonce an inspiration of yours?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
You know, I think she's an inspiration to every. If you
come
and you
on,
do
right.
right. If you are a female artist, I mean, even if you're any kind of artist, I feel like she's inspiring just because of her work ethic. But yeah, you gave a great performance. Thank you so much, April Love, and the
Thank you
team.
so
Let me hear
much.
the team in the background one more time. Make some noise. I'm loving hearing a real audience. I live for that. So to hear that made me so excited.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you all for the opportunity. Thank you for your tips and your kind words. And if anybody wants to keep up with what I'm doing in my life and just music related, you can follow me on Instagram
Yes,
at April_love with 4 E's. And thank you so much.
Love that. So if you're in virtual land watching April right now and you came to see her, make sure that you go to our Music Forward Instagram page and show her so much love. Tag her under our post. April has already left the building, right? Industry guests. Let me talk with y'all a little bit more. J-Rock, this next question is for you.
All right.
So, how do you go about selecting artists to produce, and develop? How can artists best position themselves to work with a producer on your level? Everybody want to know. Me included.
Well, sometimes as producers, when you make it past 10, 15 years of being in the game, you can become a little desensitized. Like I heard it before. Yeah, it's like this. It's like, almost things can become predictable.
Yeah.
So, and because, you work with different, artists all the time, sometimes we need a little inspiration.
Yeah. Yeah.
As a producer, so I like to be inspired. So I look for people who inspire me right off the rip. I don't care if they got 2 followers on their Instagrams. Yeah. If there's something there, there's a lot of hidden gems in the lesser, and I've found some, So it's got to be something that kinetically inspires me to want to work with somebody. Always about the money, because I'm a hard worker. I'm gonna make my money, but I like to be inspired to work with somebody. That way they get everything from me. Everything that I, from 20 years back opens up, and that knowledge pours inside that artist because I'm truly inspired.
Yeah.
So I love being inspired with a new artist, a new sound, a new direction. If it resonates with me, I'm down for it.
Okay, that's great. I think that's great. Because I think a lot of artists sometimes try to do something to be seen and stand out, when really the best thing you can do is like just make real, raw, honest music, and that's it. Instead of trying to fit the puzzle piece in, like just be you, make good music, and the right people will hear it and want to work with you and hopefully be inspired. So thank you for that. That's awesome. All right, industry guests, you may now turn off your cameras. And we are moving on to our final wonderful lady of the night on Ladies Night tonight. Please clap in your households right now or wherever you are. Round of applause for Megan B. Megan is a 17-year-old singer, songwriter from Los Angeles. You can follow her at The Real Megan B on all platforms. Megan, I'm so excited to have you close our show. I'm a huge fan. I love all the ladies. I'm a super fan of you, Megan B.
Thank you, Lydia.
Yes, queen. So tell our audience a little bit about, and look at your beautiful, I just pinned you and you became really big. And I'm like, girl, the outfit is giving.
Thank you.
You are welcome. So tell the audience about what you're going to be singing.
I'm going to be singing a new song I wrote called Lana. It's like, as everybody was saying about real and honest, I really tried to capture that and put my heart into each and every lyric, and I really hope it means something to someone.
Oh, I'm sure it will. All right. Without further ado, Megan B, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Rosewood falling dust lines your lips. Cinnamon cigar, you lied to me. I could say I only loved you in the morning, but I still do. I still do. With that 60s smile and Gucci residue. I'd fall for you all over again, even though I know my heart will be broken. How don't I know our bodies will never mend? I'm loving you and all you can do is write a song about them. How do I become someone you want? Lana. Eyes of solemn stars align your glimpse. Licorice simper, you lure me in. I could say I only loved you in Los Angeles, but I still do. I still do. With that 50 smile and Gucci residue. I'd fall for you all over again, even though I know my heart will be broken. How don't I know our bodies will never mend? I'm loving you and all you can do is write a song about them. How do I become someone you love? Who you'd write poetry to under the sun. In July, why aren't I the one you want? Love I'm loving you, and all you can do is write a song about them. How do I become someone you want?
Man, like, just, it's like a dream. So good. That is so wonderful. Like, I love the record. I love like the changes. I love what you're doing with your voice. I love like your connection to it. Like, I mean, it speaks for itself. You are brilliant. Let's get our industry guests in here to hear what they have to say. Come on in. All right, Aura. What do you have to say to Megan B?
Girl, you're only 17. It seems like you've been performing for like 35 years.
I'm not 35, but yes, girl.
Girl, you seem like you've been performing for a very long time.
Yes.
You know what you're doing, sis.
Yeah. Big time.
Good job. Good job.
Shoot, look, Aura didn't even have nothing else to say.
I'm just like, good.
What would you do with her? How would you market this young star?
I mean, I can honestly, your voice sounds like, I don't want to compare you to anyone, but it sounds like voices that I hear on the radio already. You know what I mean? Like, it's big. It's like you have a lot of changes in the record. I mean, listen, just like I told, I believe it was April, I just need to have you performing everywhere. You know what I mean? Immediately, right off the bat. That's your strength, performance.
Yeah, she's ready.
Honestly, you're ready. I'm like, they don't make 17-year-olds like they used to.
Nah, for real. For real. She's like, you are wise beyond your years musically. That's to say the least.
Yeah. Yeah. Start off with a strong visual. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes.
Listen. That was a good job.
Oh yeah. All right, J-Rock in the house.
Man, you sounded like a glass of smooth, smoky bourbon.
Hey, that's what a compliment.
It was just so smoky. You sound like you from West Virginia or Tennessee. Like, I can't believe that's LA. I was like, wait a minute. LA has that?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm like you. 17. Are you sure?
Right. Yeah, she has an old, like you've been here before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man, Ryan Tedder would, oh my God.
Have a field day.
Oh my God, he would. Like, if he heard the tonality, and when you're in your second octave, you're doing the vibrato, like, it's so controlled.
Yeah.
Like, I play organ, so I know how to turn on that Leslie switch.
Right.
So it is so controlled, and it has such a smoky, like, resonance to it when you're in that register. Like, man, that's it. I don't know. I was about to cry. Like,
wow.
Yeah, I'm very impressed. And let's give it up to another musician. Wow.
All of them. It's
all of them.
Yeah.
They should we should have a quartet.
Right. You got the harp, 3 guitars. It's crazy.
The future is looking very bright.
It is. It is. And I've been giving out music scholarships to high school students that graduate for the past 10, 15 years. And a lot of them hadn't been musicians, but I wished I would have caught up with y'all, because y'all would have definitely earned my scholarship. I really do appreciate the musicianship.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're such a star. I mean, first note, I was like, oh, this is serious.
Yeah, from the beginning, from the first note. That's how I felt in rehearsal yesterday. I was like, oh, she ain't playing. I was like, okay, she's serious. Let me get a little closer. Yes, Megan B, You are so
Great job.
talented. We are honored to have you tonight. Thank you so much. If you are here in the audience watching Megan, you came to see her, make sure you head over to our Instagram at Music Forward, shower her with love, tag her, let them know she's who you want them to pick. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Megan B. You may now turn off your camera. All right, industry guests, you guys, this has been such a dope night. You have really been a blessing to these artists with just your words of advice and your wisdom and knowledge with the questions. So I have one last question for the both of you before we finish, because we're there. The time has been well spent. What is one word of advice, and not just like one word, but like one thing that you would say to an artist if you had to just, if you can just give one piece of advice to up and coming artists in this industry, what would it be? Whoever wants to go first.
Ladies first.
Okay.
I would say just don't overthink it. You know, a lot of artists, they tend to, overthink it. Oh, this song doesn't this, that, and the other, and they take so long to put out music. And it's like, girl, just put something out. You know what I mean? Not to say that you shouldn't take the time to perfect your craft, but a lot, definitely go with your gut and trust your instincts and don't overthink it.
Love that. Love that. That is such good advice.
Yes.
Done is better than perfect is something that my husband says all the time. And that doesn't mean, like you said, that you should just put out crap, but it means that if you're waiting for it to be perfect, you'll never put it out because nothing is perfect.
Exactly. And these days, exactly. And these days, with the internet and TikTok, you never necessarily know what's going to pop. You know what I mean?
Right.
You never know.
Yeah.
So you might as well just try it.
Yeah. It could be the raw ugliness of it that makes it what it is. So I love that advice. Awesome. All right, J-Rock.
I mean, she took the words right from her mouth, but it, and even at, even when you're, performing or, you selecting, you have to be very selective. It's cool to put stuff out, but don't just put anything out, be selective, let it be indicative of who you are and what you're trying to set.
Yeah.
What trend you're trying to set, or what are you wanting the public to know about your identity? This is me, this is what I am. Like you said, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I do, believe that you be selective because you always want to put your best foot forward.
Facts. Yeah.
So I just say be selective in your choices of genre, music, your writing, just kind of be very selective.
Yeah, I love that. Strategy is important, and remember, it's your story to tell. So you get to paint the narrative exactly how you want it to be when you're strategic. Put it that way. Thank you, guys. This has been an amazing night, an honor to sit with you all and to have this great event. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Industry guests, you may now turn off your cameras. All right, you guys, and that's a wrap. We have had such a great night celebrating creativity and the next generation of artists. I am your host, Lydia Caesar. So excited to host this final open mic of this season. Make sure you join us in 2 weeks, September 10th, same time, same place. We will have more amazing talent. Thank you so much. Lydia Caesar signing out. Peace.